Hey guys, looking for new games for 2025? Then you've come to the right place. We've already started the list with Chrono Odyssey, an open-world action MMORPG developed by nPixel, a South Korean studio founded by former Seven Knights developers and published by Kakao Games. Announced in 2020, the game promises an epic experience with stunning visuals, innovative time manipulation mechanics, and a vast dynamic world. Chrono Odyssey takes place in the world of Cetera, a vast fantasy setting marked by temporal and spatial distortions. The narrative revolves around the Nightreign organization, which wages an epic war against 12 powerful gods to save the world from the void, a chaotic force that threatens existence. Inspired by games like Dark Souls and Dragon's Dogma, it is based on real-time action, requiring strategy, quick reflexes, and teamwork. Enemy AI is designed to be challenging, with unpredictable attack patterns. Crimson Desert is a highly anticipated open-world action-adventure game developed and published by Pearl Abyss, a South Korean studio known for the MMORPG Black Desert Online. Scheduled for release in late 2025, the game promises a rich narrative experience, intense combat, and a visually stunning world. Originally conceived as a prequel to Black Desert Online, Crimson Desert has evolved into a new IP, set in the same universe but with a single-player approach and a focus on narrative. While it shares visual and mechanical similarities with its predecessor, the game is designed to be accessible to new players without requiring prior knowledge of Black Desert. Combat is fast and fluid, with an emphasis on combos, grappling, hand-to-hand combat inspired by wrestling and taekwondo, and magical abilities. Players can switch between traditional and new weapons, using alchemy to add special effects. FBC Firebreak is a cooperative first-person shooter that promises to take players into a world of mystery and action within the enigmatic federal agency known as the Federal Bureau of Control, FBC. The game takes place in the same universe as Control, but offers a standalone experience that allows players to explore the iconic FBC headquarters, the oldest house, from a completely new perspective. The game puts players in the role of members of Firebreak, a versatile FBC response unit tasked with dealing with paranormal crises that threaten the agency's headquarters. After years of relentless attacks by supernatural forces, the FBC headquarters is in critical condition, and only Firebreak has the skills and equipment needed to restore order. Before each mission, players can choose their weapons and customize their Firebreak crisis kits with specialized tools, grenades, support items, and paranormal enhancements.
Safe room dead ahead. Might contain something useful, but it'll probably attract a lot of... Oh, you already opened it. Never mind. You sure kicked the nest. There's hiss all over you.
Stand back! Piggy's coming out!
I'm paper! You gotta shoot him off me!
Last containment door's open. Go, go!
I think I heard something.
Cronos: The New Dawn is a third-person survival horror game developed and published by Bloober Team, a Polish studio known for titles like Silent Hill 2 Remake, The Medium, and Layers of Fear. Chronos: The New Dawn is described as a horror game with a strong narrative emphasis, combining elements of action, exploration, and resource management in a science fiction setting with time travel. It marks an evolution in Bloober Team's approach, which seeks to establish itself as one of the leading survival horror developers, abandoning the walking simulator style of its previous games for a greater focus on intense gameplay and combat mechanics. You play as a traveler, an agent of the mysterious organization called the Collective. Your mission is to explore the wastelands of the future in search of temporal rifts that will transport you to Poland in the 1980s. The traveler uses a combination of melee combat and firearms, pistols, shotguns, rifles, and something resembling a flamethrower to face enemies.
Stay focused. Stay cautious.
Such is our calling.
Good thing I was around. Traveler.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is one of the most anticipated games in history, being developed by Rockstar Games as the 8th main entry in the iconic Grand Theft Auto series and the 17th overall, with a planned release for fall 2025, September to November. The game promises to be the biggest and most immersive evolution of the franchise yet. The game takes place in the fictional state of Leonida, inspired by Florida, with a focus on Vice City, a stylized recreation of Miami. Unlike GTA Vice City from 2002, which was limited to the city, GTA 6 will expand the map to include urban areas, beaches, swamps, rural areas, and small towns. Rockstar describes the map as the largest and most immersive in the series. Leaks suggest it will be significantly larger than GTA 6, with dense and detailed areas, including accessible interiors and a mix of urban and wild environments. There are rumors that the map may evolve post-launch with new cities and missions, similar to games like Fortnite.
And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name. Oh, And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at.
Ready or Not is a tactical first-person shooter developed by Void Interactive, with a planned release for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series consoles in the third quarter of 2025. The game takes place in a fictional modern America, where social inequality and income disparity have led to a drastic increase in crime. Los Sueños faces a crisis that overwhelms the local police department, requiring the mobilization of SWAT teams to deal with complex threats. The game simulates bullet penetration, ricochets, bulletproof vest dynamics, and projectile expansion. Both players and enemies can be killed with a few shots, requiring precision and care. Before missions, players access maps and briefings on the tactical tablet to plan approaches, choosing entry points, equipment, and strategies. In single-player mode, the player commands a team of NPCs, managing their mental health and performance. Deaths of companions or hostages have a psychological impact, affecting progress. Doom: The Dark Ages is a prequel to Doom 2016, exploring the origins of the Doomslayer, or Doom Guy, the protagonist of the series. The narrative takes place in a techno-medieval setting that combines elements of dark fantasy with science fiction, showing the Slayer as the superweapon of gods and kings in a war against the hordes of hell. The game details how the Slayer became a legend by integrating into Argenta society in the world of Argent de Nur, fighting demons in a period prior to the events of Doom 2016. The Dark Ages retains the essence of the series, with visceral combat and intense action, but introduces significant changes in pace and approach, drawing more inspiration from the original Doom of 1993 than the acrobatic agility of Doom Eternal. Glory kills return, but with a revised approach. They are more contextual, varying depending on the weapon used and the angle of attack.
Bishop Creed. We need him.
Launch the Slayer.
Impact confirmed. The Slayer has been activated. Stronger than maybe even you.
Elden Ring Nightreign is a new cooperative action RPG spin-off game developed by From Software, the same creators of the acclaimed Elden Ring. The game takes place in Limveld, a parallel world to Limgrave from Elden Ring. The official description suggests that environmental hazards will change with each game session, offering a dynamic experience. Players take on the role of predefined heroes called Nightfarers. Each hero has unique abilities and playstyles. 4 Nightfarers have been revealed so far: Duchess, Explosive Damage Specialist; Guardian, Tank with Group Control; Recluse, Spell Specialist; and Wilder. Players will explore the map, collect resources, and fight enemies to strengthen their characters throughout each 3-night cycle. There will be a progression system within each session, with the possibility of finding merchants to upgrade weapons and buy items. Mafia: The Old Country is the fourth main title in the acclaimed Mafia series, developed by Hangar 13 and published by 2K. The game is a prequel to the first Mafia, taking players back to the early 20th century, more precisely to Sicily in 1900, exploring the origins of organized crime. The game will take place in Sicily, offering a setting never before seen in the main series. The rustic landscapes of the interior will contrast with the dirt of the city alleys. The protagonist is Enzo Favara, a new anti-hero in the franchise. The plot will follow his tense rise to the underworld of crime in Sicily, showing his oath of loyalty to the Torrisi family and the Mafia's code of honor. The main focus will be on the linear narrative, similar to the first two games in the series, differentiating itself from the more expansive open world of Mafia 3. However, players will be able to explore the map on foot, by car, and even on horseback.
I swear my loyalty to this family. My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath. Welcome, Enzo.
Project LL is a highly anticipated third-person shooter with MMO and open-world elements, developed and published by NCSoft, a renowned South Korean company known for titles like Lineage, Guild Wars, Blade and Soul, and Throne and Liberty. Project LL is an attempt to create a new genre, distinct from popular shooters like looter shooters like Destiny or battle royales like Fortnite. NCSoft aims to combine elements of its previous games with innovative shooting mechanics and an expansive open world. The game takes place in a sci-fi universe with an alternate history narrative where an event in the past changed the course of known history. The game promises a vast map with continuous terrain without loading screens, allowing for fluid exploration. Cities like Seoul and Constantinople, present-day Istanbul, are featured, recreated with stunning visual detail. So that was the video. If you can and want to contribute with any amount, I will be extremely grateful. Every super thanks makes a huge difference and motivates me a lot. Besides that, you will be mentioned in the next video. I'll stay here and see you next time.
비상통신장치 가동.
정보 접근 권한 회복. 현재 상황 코드 1. 기체를 분석합니다. 잠금 해제 프로토콜 확인.